What's up, guys? Sorry, I was just realized I was muted. Back to our calendar. Feds, Powell's talking right now, and then we have 10 o'clock data. Tomorrow, not much. Pending home sales. Tomorrow's kind of the housing market. But Powell's talking now. I'm not sure. He's obviously not really affecting the market that much. So we have white screen. Give me a little white screen up top so I can. All right, there we go. What's up, guys? Make sure you guys hit that like button. But we're gapping up pretty good. Let's go. Penny out. Doggy's out. Out. But we're still in yesterday's range. We just ended very low, so that's why we're gapping up. They're trying to get my dog out of here. He's just gonna come in here and poop. So we ended yesterday at the very low, basically almost a new low a day. So we're gapping up, but I'm not really that concerned about it. Typical. Yesterday's range hit that flag. NQ is the flag we're gonna watch right here. This is the main thing we're watching. Looks like we're up here we're getting exhausted. Down here we're grabbing those calls. 11-3. What's up, Brad? Right now all eyes are on that 3656. I have 3650, this level right here. All eyes are just sitting on it. We had one bounce, two bounces. Every time we get down here, buyers are holding, and that's what they need to do. Let's see what Europe did. Europe pushed up, let it down, pushed it up again. So they're ranging too. Out. But yesterday was pretty rangy. Was definitely good for futures. Definitely, our open was right here, or that was our. I don't know. It seems like. Open push right, that's right here. Basically in the middle of the flag. But that flag, definitely, sorry, I'm kind of, things aren't just lining up today, but the flag definitely took some puts here. We also have this big downtrend right here. So right now we're kind of, we are in an uptrend. Just very, a small, slow one. Gonna erase that. But the breakdown, definitely want to see that uptrend right here. Breakdown, definitely want to see NQ's flag kind of break down. 11-5. We'll have to get above. Spy this 374.34. If we get up there, definitely watch that. I'm gonna keep telling you guys until we hit that. Is that $1.8 billion worth of dark pool that came in before our sell-off right here. See oil. Oil's just hanging around 80. I'm probably not going to trade it for a little bit until something happens on it. I think it's going to just kind of chill at 80 for a tad bit. Dollar index. If you look at the kind of like the monthly view, weekly view, kind of are at the top. This is kind of worrying me about going heavy on puts, long-term puts. I think that's kind of over. But as of right now, we kind of just are ranging. So see what happens in this range break. Are we going to break up or are we going to break down? UVXY hitting that supply right here, kind of coming down. Not sure what all this is, but I'm definitely watching VIX more than UVX right. But VIX is in its uptrend. That 30, yeah, I think if we break below 30, we could definitely see a push. You tell this 30 level's been pretty solid support. Yesterday, right at 1040 was the one that bounced and rejected. Yesterday at 1040 was our highs. So definitely, that's probably going to be my main watch, is that these levels on VIX. Here's this kind of downtrend we have. And then even we have right at 28, we have a demand. So break below 30, we definitely could retest this kind of flag. This isn't the best flag. Just be a down. And then just watching 30, then 28. So watch what happens with that with VIX going forward. Apple seemed to be a little bit strong. Tesla, Apple strong off the gate yesterday. Definitely keep that on watch today. Yeah, he bought in here yesterday. Yeah. Oh boy. Apple seems to be having, definitely a nice rounding base. I'm not saying the downside's over. Just catching a little tiny relief right now. AMD, I'm just gonna quickly go through this stuff. We're just, range bound. Amazon definitely showed strength yesterday. Definitely want to watch Amazon. Let's chart Amazon up. That's a perfect. Wow. Perfect. Gap down. Doji, gap down. Wow, that was perfect. Could have been a good solid 50% play right there. Probably going to break through. Oh, today Doji. Watch that. Check out the volume, just like the kind of the recent volume profile. See where most of the volume coming in is right here at this supply. So we could push up into like 123, possibly 126, reject. A lot of volume up here, a lot. It's like big time volume right here. So definitely possibly looking for a rejection, like a relief bounce into this area, and then a possibly continuation down. That's what I'm watching. Yeah. Google. I mean, all these charts look pretty much the same. Kind of sucks. Hard to chart. Meta. Pretty much just going level to level. I was doing a one-on-one yesterday. Pretty much level, broke down, level, broke down, level. And then is it going to hold this level? So if we break above here, come back down, retest it, push up to last week's lows, possibly a play right there. But But overall, Meta's looking pretty weak. And that breakdown came up, retested it, continued down. That was perfect. Right here, breakdown came up, tested it, continued down. So Meta, we're watching this like 139 level, and then we're gonna watch this 144, 145 level. See if we can possibly get if we do push today, kind of see that better deal. Microsoft, one of the stocks also that's kind of showing a tad bit of strength. We did hit this weekly demand. Might be a monthly. A multi-week right here. Went on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of like 6 weeks right here. Hit it. Doesn't know what to do. But, kind of just hanging out. Most of the market seems like this. If you're going to watch that kind of 241 level, where we had support, we broke below, little resistance. Let's see if we could break above and then hold that support. NVIDIA, I'm really not looking at chips, so I'm just going to just completely pass that. Tesla, great play. Yesterday, at 280 level, people ask me where this 280 level came from. Just look previous price points. You can see you go back, you just have support, resistance. You have a support here, you have a support here. You're telling recent resistance. We broke above, we tested support, we came back down, tested support, right here, resistance, broke above, tested a support. So 280, this 280 level is pretty solid. Yesterday, we kind of just consolidated right under it. Right here, got in on that little pullback. I was like, maybe we pull back down to here, but we had a nice strong push up, pretty good win, kind of all you need. Kind of all you need right there. And then people were asking me, should they re-enter Tesla? And I was like, no, the market's showing a little bit of weakness. You definitely want to watch it break below 280 and test. And it was right here, it broke below 280, retested it. And that was your good time to get in. Good little move there. There was another test with that 280. So you want to play Tesla, watch that 280 level. Let's go to something different. Let's do stocks. Where is it? Screener. So this is a pretty cool screener TradingView has. This is why, if you ever see my chart, you ever see my watch list, why everything is flagged blue. BTC, yeah, I heard it's above 20 right now. And those Asian markets love the pump and dump Bitcoin. Man, when you get above here, you have this pretty solid sell-off candle to make up. That can work. Yeah, DXY. Main thing, Brad, with DXY is I'm just watching this consolidation area right here. It's kind of, can we hold 113.2 or can we break above 114.5? That's what I'm watching on that. But let's go back to that stock screener. That's why, I have blue, because you do the screener by blue. If you don't have it flagged, you start getting these. Yeah, DXY has been very, very useful in the market. But if you don't have that blue, you have all these really weird pharmaceuticals. So that's why I kind of like to stick to my blue. And you're just watching. The main thing I'm watching here is just unusual stocks with unusual volume. I used to look at this every day. I'm just looking for unusual volume. TQQ, interesting volume. Spine QQ at the top. SoFi, not high volume. So technically, this is not. We're not high volume right here. It's actually a pretty low volume. So most of it's just a gap up. That's what I'm seeing, just a gap up on low volume, or just a gap up just because of futures. This screener is just extended hours, and you just do pre-market volume. And I do it by the blue flag. So all my stocks that I watch have a blue flag. And look at the top pre-market. So you have your Bitcoin stuff top. A lot of mid caps. See what the losers are. Only one loser right now is that. Also, I don't think I've ever showed this. Also, I like to go to change percent. So I have this. I'm popping on 15 minute, and you check your 15-minute relative volume. This is during market days, and you can just kind of watch 5-minute, 15-minute. You can tell which ones are moving and which ones are, dropping. You can catch a little momentum play this way. Watch your change from open. But main thing's gonna be that relative volume, the last 15-minute candle, relative volume. Chipotle, let's see what Chipotle did on that last 15-minute candle. And what did it do? It sold. Chipotle getting hit. But I like to watch that. And then another screener I use is bullish continuation screener. And you can just take a screenshot of this if you want to have that. That's the all. So bullish continuation screener, LVS when looks like the casinos. And XPEV, a lot of people were talking XPEV yesterday. But I honestly don't like doing those EVs. Let's look at LVS. I used to love playing LVS. Let's look at what my chart looks like. That's old. That's old. Look at that old supply from April 22nd. April 4th. Can't get above. Faked out and broke down. But I like that. I like that stock screener. The main thing with Bitcoin is it going to hold that pivot right here, 17,622. I know a lot of people on social media are starting to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. I wouldn't just yet, but it seems like we're just hanging around. I'd like to see one more drop and then the final push. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn off my camera for a second. Well, of course, it doesn't show. I don't know why I have to redo this every single day. Yeah, Bitcoin up 5.8%. See, things we gotta look for in the future is CPI data, which is not next week but the following. I think the beginning of November is tech earnings. So need to watch what they're gonna do with tech earnings. Usually the last time, we had a big sell-off, they kind of pushed up into tech earnings. And then, tech earnings were bad, with the economy and everything. So they sold it off after tech earnings. So kind of something I'm watching. Of the past 10 trading days, ES is green only 2, with 5 red in a row. This is not a squeeze. All right, sorry, I had to tweet something. People were like predicting this, and squeeze, the squeeze is happening. We're not squeezing, we're just like we closed yesterday at the lows, and we're still in yesterday's range. We're still in yesterday's range. We want to see, are we going to be able to break yesterday's highs? Does Doji do anything? Yeah, some sells from that Doji. So yesterday's highs. See, the thing I see about this, people are saying the squeeze happened here because so the reason why we pushed up right here was we had this super fast, strong sell-off. Down here, we just had a little bit of buying. So all the people who, we had 98% put flow this week. We had one little tiny move up, and then people had to cover, hedgers had to cover, and from there we had our slow move up. What's the difference between this sell-off and this one? This one's more of a balanced sell-off. Yeah, we're probably gonna have profit taken down here, and whatnot, but I see it just a little bit different. Like this one is like ugly. This volume right here, ugly, straight off. Of course, we're the market needs to recover that bad volume up. This one, we only have, like on the daily, we only have, I have this fair value gap shown. We have like a little tiny one here and then one here. So, I mean, we don't have much. This one, we have one every candle. So that's the little difference I see on that. Those extreme sell-offs, you kind of have that relief bound because the market can't sell off that strong. It's not good. So that's why we're having pretty consistent daily candles all red, because we're selling off pretty decent. We're kind of just selling off level to level. Just had that one sell off, we based, sold off, we based, sold off, we based, we sold off, and now we're basing again. So that's the difference where I see, I don't see a short squeeze happening. I mean, it can, but for me, if VIX stays high, the dollar index stays up, mortgage rates are through the roof, overall economy, that's why I wish Powell would have just did one, just rip the bandit off with the basis points, just get it over with. Dump the markets. I think they're going to drop anyways, but to oil. But that's going to pretty much do it for me, guys. Pretty quick one. Not much going on. We're ranging, so definitely watch. Still keep this flag. We kind of broke below. 3656 is my breakdown area. I posted that in my alerts yesterday. Weren't able to break it down. And then, are we creating, watch our higher lows? Are we going to keep creating higher lows and higher highs? That would keep our trend up. NQ, more of a better flag. The flag was like this before. We did break above, so I moved it kind of up here. So it's kind of flagging, doing the same thing. Definitely watch if we get up to the top of this flag to see a drop. Yeah, I mean, Europe's more in trouble than us. Germany, I mean, their CPI data was horrible. But yeah, just trade smart. We're still in yesterday's range. Are we going to break above? Go back up here? Or are we going to break below? I think if we break below, break this 3656, you'll see another flash sale all the way down. If you guys can hit that like button, that would be greatly appreciated. That light makes a difference. My son's going back to school today. He's been 2 weeks off because he kind of got kicked out of his class. But I'm about to say bye. Bye, Connor.
Bye.
Come here, Hugs. Aw. You have fun in school. Be nice to people, okay? Taking Brennan. Okay. There was one thing. I'll think of it. Okay. Love you. Okay. Yeah, he's back in school. He wasn't. He's more of a, it's C-O-N-O-R. C-O-N-O-R. We went the traditional Irish. But He's more of a he's smart, but he's not. It's hard for him to sit down and write his name kind of person, kind of kid. We knew it was a little struggle to, this teacher was like, broke it down. She's like, he needs to know how to write his name. If he doesn't write it wrong, we're gonna erase it and have him redo it. And we're like, do you even know our kid? Kind of situation. Um, he just likes to play. He's a kid. Oh, he's just a kid. That's what we told him, but his teacher couldn't put up with him, so he's going to a different class and hopefully enjoys it better. We didn't really vibe with that teacher to begin with. Um, but he's back. We were like, he needs to go back. I'm gonna say, well, I thought I was going with them, but I guess I'm not. But I'll stay on for a little bit and just watch. Yes. I want to see what durable goods came out. Orders decreased. Was it 8:30? Yeah, Paul already talked, and so nothing really came from that Paul talk. Oh, Bitcoin pumped because of what Paul said. It's like we could get a possible little pop right here. Break below this 37.25. Pumped last night. Can you talk about futures? Some and Apex. um, thought my wife left, but I hear my kid. Okay, so Apex. This is the company I do use for futures. So if you're not able to fund your own account, this is I think every person should at least give this one or two tries. Um, Futures trading futures trading is definitely a very, very challenging thing to do. But it makes you have discipline, and it's really, really good for your overall trading career. People want to trade full time. I tell them, definitely try a futures account, especially when they have deals, or I have a 50% off coupon, so it's like $60 or $50 just to start. So what you do is you qualify in as little as 10 days. If you pick, what I usually do is this 50K one right here. This is the most popular one. You have 10 trading days to make $3,000. So that's your goal. But you do have a trailing threshold of 2.5. So you start at $50,000 and your trailing threshold's 75. So try to explain this. No, I don't want that. So right here, you start with 50K. Your trailing threshold 67 or 47,500. So let's say you make 51. One day you make $1,000, you go to 48,500. Next day, let's say you lose $500. So you go 45 or 55. This stays 48,500. Then you could get to 51,500. So you're only $500 away. Your trailing threshold goes to 49,500. But then you have a bad day and you lose 2,000. This should be 52,500. You lose 2,000, 51, 49,500. So you're like, or you're getting closer and closer. So it kind of keeps you consistent. But, when you get close to the top, and it's alive. So if you go up $2,000 on a play and then you only sell for 1,000, your trailing threshold stays at 2,000. So it's kind of hard to explain. It helps live on it, but it's a tricky thing. But they want consistency. If they're going to fund you account, they definitely want consistency. So after 10 days, you pass. They send you your real account. It's not live on the market yet. It becomes live on the market like a couple months in. So that's how they're still making your money. You get, you think like, oh, if I blow 5 ports, they're out a lot of money. No, not really, because you're not live on the market. So you're only losing them paper money. But you get your $50,000 and then you kind of do the same thing. But the main thing is this trailing threshold stops at 50. I think it stops at 50. Let me see. Yeah. 51. So 51 is your trailing threshold stop. And then above that, if you get to 60, it still stays at 51. You get to 70, it still stays at 51. That's the thing about the real accounts. So you're able to trade, all these equities. I love trading the micro NASDAQ. Going with those big daddies, ES. Every dollar ES moves is what, $50? Yeah, every point the ES moves is $50. So if you get into a play and it goes down $2, you're down $100 just in one. That's why I kind of like the mini NASDAQ. Is if you go down, it's 20 or it's $2 every point the NASDAQ moves, but the NASDAQ moves a lot faster between points. So it's kind of a good average in between the micros. And yes, go back here. You can tell I do some oil. I did soybean once. Trade all this stuff. But the thing is, they also. So I'm gonna pop that up too. I think I have that. But also pay. So you have to wait 20. You have to trade for 25 days, and then you're able to take out a minimum of 1,000, a maximum of 2,000 for the first 2 months. After that, or first 3 months. After that, there's no cap on what you can take out. So the reason behind that is they kind of want consistency before you take out a lot of money, and they kind of want to keep you there. So it's kind of, it is a business. So I have 5 accounts right now. So my first month, I didn't make it this month, so it should be next month. A maximum of 2,000. I should be able to, take out $10,000 a month. That's my goal. Minimum is taking out $10,000 a month on futures account. But simple. Just taking these small trades. There's that pop. Right there. That's kind of all you need in a day. What is it? I'm just all over the place today, but we're done charting. So trading days in a year. So we have 252 trading days in a year. If you want to make $100,000 from this, just do the simple math there. How many accounts have I blown up? A lot. We do 100,000. I'll talk about that in a second. 5 by 252. So all you need really is $400 a day, $400 a trading day in futures to make $100,000 a month. And this isn't really your money, but technically it is. When you start growing and growing, you do get your month. And your fee is only like $80 to $100 a month. So with that, you probably just need a little bit more. But this is just one account. You do, 4 accounts, same trades on all accounts. You're making $400,000 a year. Of just simple breaks. That's why a lot of people like the strat. 30-minute inside right here. Pretty simple. With there's your inside break. You have right there's 3.5 points. So 4 points times 50, that's $200 right there. So pretty simple. I think everyone should try to do it at least once. Try to learn from it. Teaches you, you have to have a stop loss. It's basically you versus yourself, and it's one of the most challenging things I've ever done. How many accounts have I blown? Let's just say I'm on account 32, Brad. but also I have 5 of those, or 5 of them are, or no, I think I have 8 of those are that are funded. I mean, technically 5. I kind of mess up a couple funded ones. And then when the holidays come up, we like to do YOLO accounts. Yeah, early on we were doing like 6 YOLO accounts. You know, when that 80% deal. So a lot of it came from that. But early on it was. Yeah, right now, I mean, I'm solid right now, but early, I mean, I've been trying to do this since June. Early on, it's one of those things like you just want to be good at it, and you know where where you make your mistakes. But it's all mental. It's all mental. Futures trading is all mental. You can't overtrade. You can't just be in a play to be in a play. Like I said, it's one of the hardest things I've ever learned trading. But the good thing about it is you don't have to figure out what contract. You don't have to worry about theta. You know, you get in here, you sell here, keep your stop loss here. You know, it's all set up, but it's seriously a mental game, and that's where I've seen a lot of people get destroyed as they go against their rules. You know, it's a challenge. I mean, you know too, Brad. It's crazy. Especially if a play comes against you, you're like, oh, I don't want to sell, and then you know you're down $200, and all of a sudden you're down $1,000. All of a sudden you're down $2,000. You're just like, you average down. You're like, oh boy, you know, it just snowball effect. But you know, it took me a while to get it, and I finally, you know, got it, and that's why I'm starting to do my alerts. You know, I've been doing futures for a while, and I just recently started doing alerts. So, but right now, I mean, my plan is to add 2 accounts every holiday they have. And some of those, Brad, like I held a contract overnight. I forgot to roll contracts one time. One of those where I got to like 55,000 and then just blew it from there. But right now, that's the goal. Is $10,000 minimum over 4 to 6. My buddy's got 12 accounts right now, and he's just doing very well. But like I said, you guys should at least try it. You know, I have a 50% off coupon. The holidays they do 80% off. So that puts $36 would be your first shot. You know, $36 would be the risk. Like the risk reward for $36 is, I'd rather put it in this futures and blow it, and then instead of trying to put in options and trying to make money off that $36 through an options account. You know, you guys understand what I'm saying? I'd rather put towards this and pass, be funded, you know, and make $5,000 a month instead of trying to grow it in a small account, in an options account. But I think one day this week I'll probably do futures trading. I need to do it. It'll probably be on Zoom because I could sign in. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's multiple different prop firms. Lilu. I can only name that one right now, but there's probably like 30, 40, 50 out there. The reason I like Apex is I believe they have one of the best payout structure off the bat. Futures Live, yeah. So they have. So the thing about that is after. So here's the pay structure. After the first I think $10,000 or $12,000 is all yours. After that, they start taking a 10% cut. So that's where the little tricky part comes in. But that's one of the highest ones. And if I make $10,000, I don't mind giving them $1,000, whatever. Yeah, I just don't think we're gonna break above this range. I can't sign in my futures. But yeah, yesterday my futures count made 1,000 each. And if I do that daily, I mean that's pretty solid. It's like almost $500,000. Evans is talking. Evans said Fed's misjudged inflation and could have tightened earlier. But if anyone's interested in futures, I mean, I've done Zoom calls, kind of one-on-ones, trying to set you up, trying to help people out. Reach out to me. I do have an affiliate link, so if you guys could use that affiliate link, that'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. I say, they should have a Columbus Day coming up, October 10th, I think is Columbus Day. They should have a sale for that one, 80% off. So I think that's the best time for you guys just to make that leap for people who are, especially small accounts. Like preserve your small account. Take $50, put it into one futures account and see if you can get funded. Your $36 investment could turn into, $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month. That's better than any $50, just $50, starting a options account from a small start. Definitely, guys, if you guys are interested, reach out to me. If you guys haven't been subscribed, I greatly appreciate it if you guys would subscribe. Yes, hit that like, appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna do a Zoom possibly Thursday. My wife's off Thursday, and she's gonna. I think she's taking the kids to hang out with one of her friends. So I'll probably do it Thursday. Be a good time. But appreciate you guys. Y'all trade smart today. Watch this range. We're just ranging. Here's our ES chart. Here's our NQ chart. We're ranging 11.5 INQ. Are we able to hold? Haven't held yet. Yes. Are we going to break below 36.56? Or are we going to break yesterday's highs and head back up to 3770? So appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great day. Only position I'm holding is an Apple put for next month. Let's kill it. Just